This stream is sponsored by Manscaped. Hey you. Yes, you. Have you lost all your confidence when shaving below the waist? Would you like a sleek, well-designed trimmer so you can shave with ease? Well, look no further. Let's talk Manscaped. Let's Talk Sport have teamed up with Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, to give you an exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Let's Talk Sport. Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight when needed for a more precise shave. Visit manscaped.com and use the code Let's Talk Sport for 20% off plus free shipping for a helping hand job done. This product has been tried and tested by Cara and the LTS team. We thoroughly recommend for the best smooth shaving experience below the waist. Visit manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping by using the code Let's Talk Sport. Manscaped, your balls will thank you.
Hang on. There we go. Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the Women's FA Cup semi-finals between Manchester City and Chelsea. They're playing at the Academy Stadium today. That's the home of Manchester City, and that ground is literally just about a 5-minute walk down the road from the main stadium of the Etihad Stadium, where the first team play, the men's team play, which for them was a bad result for them yesterday, losing at home to Crystal Palace, which was a massive shock to them. But today they're hoping that their women's team can get themselves into an FA Cup final, but in their way is Chelsea women. Of course, Chelsea women are the current Women's Super League champions, and it looks as though Chelsea are about to kick off here. I will get the lineups up in just a bit. It's been a bit of a nightmare trying to get the formations, but let's just get ready for this. They're just taking the knee ahead of the kickoff. But you'd expect Chelsea to be the favourites today with the way that they're playing. Anyway, here we go. Match has begun. So do get in touch, folks, on our live chat page. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, vote on our poll. Who do you think will win today, Man City or Chelsea? The poll at the moment is 82% for Chelsea, Man City at 18%. So as I'd expect, Manchester City are the favourites with you lot at home watching. So let me just get some crowd noise on for you. Let's get some real crowd noise on, shall we? If I can find it. Currently got Chelsea going up front, trying to get the ball through to Sam Curry. Went in behind the defence, but I think it was Steph Houghton who intercepted. And it's gone all the way back to their goalkeeper, and she's cleared it. She was in a tight position there and cleared it for a throw-in for Chelsea deep in City's half. Here comes Sam Kerr from the throw-in. She's got it in the box. Couldn't find Wrighton, I don't think. And after all, that's gone back to the City goalkeeper. Here come Chelsea again. Shot blocked. Yeah, I can't find the lineups anywhere, folks. Instead, I'm having to type them up for you because they haven't bothered putting them up, it seems. So City on the attack. Millie Bright clears it. Sorry folks, I'm just trying to get the lineups up for you. There's one of them. So that's the Chelsea formation. Normally I use Google to get the formations, but they don't seem to have them right now, which is a bit disappointing. So there's Chelsea's for you. I'll just get you Man City's. So basically starting for them in goal is Berger, then Noran, Bright and Eriksson in defence. In midfield there's four of them, Carter, Ingle, Leupold and Wrighton. And then up front there's three of them, Cuthbert, Sam Kerr and Frank Kirby. So that's the Chelsea lineup. And there is City. So City have got Benamure in goal, Becky, Scott, Greenwood and Stokes are in defence, and then they've basically played a 4-3-3 formation. In midfield you've got from 7 to 19 it's Combs, Walsh and Rare. Caroline Veer, I can never say it. Then Lauren Hemp, who played extremely well against Northern Ireland last week for England. Shaw up front, along with Ellen White. Anyway, back with the match. Get in touch on our live chat page. Trung Nguyen asking, how can I watch the match in Australia? They're actually showing the match on BBC One in the UK. That's the UK channel, so maybe you're able to get it from there, but I'm not sure, I'm afraid. Annalena asking, hi, how can I watch if I'm not from England? Look, I live in England, so it's BBC One, I'm afraid. I don't know. I would Google it. Try World Soccer TV. They're good at trying to find out for you in certain countries. Meanwhile, though, back with the game. 6 minutes gone. Lauren Hemp fouled there by Carter. And it's a Man City free kick. But, of course, there is another FA Cup game later on. At 4:45, I think it is. Which is Arsenal versus Brighton. And this could be a good chance here for Chelsea. Long ball deep into City's half with Sam Kerr on the left. Frank Kirby's in the box, and now 3 of them have ran in there for Chelsea. Sam Kerr still holds the ball. And the cross comes in. Free header. Oh, Kirby. Terrible header. She knows she could do better. She is quite a small player, let's not forget. But even so, she was in the right place for the cross. Unmarked. But I think, not sure what that was all about. But the header was very poor. Caroline Rear, was behind her, and Greenwood was nearby, but by the time they got to her, Frank Kirby got the header. She just couldn't, she got it down, but it was just very well wide, with the goal right in front of her. We got Gabby saying, come on Chelsea. Gabby says, if Chelsea win, I'm getting tickets for the final straight away. I might be actually working at the FA Cup final for Women's Football Magazine, so I'm looking forward to it. I believe it's at the start of December, the opening weekend of December, Gabby. So normally they'd have the FA Cup final in the summer, but because they had to delay the women's football because of COVID, that's why they're a bit behind, and that's why they're still playing semi-finals in a season that's only been around for a month or so. Here comes Carter on the right-hand side. Oh, she's held the ball brilliantly there. Has she won a corner? No. Ooh, Kirby nearly sneaking in there to win the ball, but it's gone straight to the City goalkeeper. Excuse me. Yep, Gabby says it's on the 5th of December. Greg saying, is the Danish player from Chelsea playing, who plays up front? Harder, yeah, I think she's playing. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not started. But yeah, get in touch, folks, on the live chat page. Happy to read out your messages. I've noticed some of you are trying to watch in a different country. I'm watching on BBC One, so I'm afraid that's all I know. Here comes City on the right wing. Cross comes in. Ellen White with a header. Not much behind that, and it's gone well wide for a Chelsea goal kick. Yeah, it looks like there's a good crowd in for this semi-final at the Academy Stadium. I'll be right back, folks. I'm just going to open my window. It's a bit warm in here. Maybe it's because of this jumper I'm wearing. So, I am back. I had to open my window. So yeah, big random results yesterday in the Premier League, wasn't there? We'll check out all the scores going on across the UK and Europe and all that at half time here on the stream. It's with Greenwood at the moment. You do feel Chelsea are the favourites though going into this, but Man City, you know, they've got a talented squad there. They can do it on the day if they get it right. And, you know, let's not forget, Man City have had a poor start in the league. They've played one. So I know they've won one, drawn one, and I lost 3. So their opening 5 games have been very poor. One of the poorest we've ever seen, probably, from the City women's squad. Obviously, they've got a new coach, but actually, no, I'll say that they haven't got a new coach. What am I saying? Meanwhile, Man City, as we talk about them, have just put the ball back towards their goalkeeper. You know what time the FA Cup final will be on, Gabby? It'll be on at like 8 o'clock at night or 5 o'clock when it's just awkward to go to Wembley on a Sunday when trains are a bit limited. That's what I'm worried about if it's on a Sunday. I don't think they've announced the kickoff time for it yet, but I'm expecting it. Oh, long ball into the box for City. Oh, first touch was not good enough from Caroline Weir. Caroline Weir so close there. Picked up a fantastic long ball into the box, but her first touch lost the ball, and luckily for Chelsea, she couldn't keep the possession there because that would have made sure. I think she would have scored from that. 2 p.m. I've just seen the advertising boards, Gabby. It says it's going to be a 2 p.m. kickoff, so that's decent. If you have just joined us, welcome to the Women's FA Cup semi-finals of the live stream watch along. It's Man City versus Chelsea today. 13 minutes gone and it's 0-0 at the moment. But a couple of moments already we've seen from both teams. Caroline Weir with a great long ball into the box, but just didn't pick it up properly. And then Fran Kirby before that had a free header that went well wide from the target, and she should have done a lot better. I'm trying to figure out who produced that delivery to Caroline Weir in the box, but not quite sure. I don't know if they've been wearing it all season, the Man City women's team, but their number prints are like digital clock numbers. I quite like the format. Kirsty Stanton says happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Kirsty. Greg says, have to remember, Jamie, that City have got lots of injuries to their main players. Is that the women's team? Let me know which players are injured, Greg, because there's some names in this squad that are decent enough. You know, you got Lauren Hemp, Caroline Weir, Ellen White, Greenwood. They're good players. Either way, they are at home, so they'd hope that will help them out here and have that 12th man support against Chelsea. Here's Lauren Hemp. She's broken free from Carter. She's now in the box. Cross comes in. Found Ellen White, but Ellen White couldn't convert and it's gone wide. And City knocking on the door at the moment. Kirsty says that Mon the Rangers 1-2. Does that mean Rangers scored both goals, are winning 2-1? I'm not sure. I know they had an early kickoff today. Are they against Motherwell? Millie Bright. Long ball onto the right wing. Oh, it's done well there, Cuthbert, and she looks like she's been fouled. And she has won a free kick, Demi Stokes being the player. Oh, and she's been given a yellow card. It's only 16 minutes into this game and already she's got a yellow card. So straight away, if I was Chelsea, you'd be wanting to attack that Attack that very, very sure. So I'll just move my iPad for a moment. So Chelsea with the free kick. Header. Oh, it's gone wide. I'm not sure who got to the end of that. It was Cuthbert with the free kick. She's the one who actually won the free kick originally. But Man City have taken a short goal kick. But yeah, there has been some good contests between these two over the years. Probably the two biggest teams currently in women's football in England, along with Arsenal, I would say. So it's funny. It was about 6 years ago. Me and my good friend Dan Middleton, you've seen on the channel now and again. He's a Leicester fan, but we both went to a Man City Chelsea women's game in the Super League 6 years ago at the Academy Stadium. It was a Sunday game, and it was a good match to watch. Ended 1-1, and we're going quite a bit back now because this is when a Lucas scored for Chelsea. I can't remember who scored for City. Jill Scott playing today for Man City. Of course, she's retired from international football now. Greg says the women's team for Man City have injured players like Lucy Bronze, Chloe Kelly and Morgan. Yeah, I forgot about Lucy Bronze. Key player. Cuthbert, oh, she couldn't get to the end of the cross. Big chance there. And it was loopholes with the cross in. And Cuthbert, oh, it was perfect. She just couldn't get to it in time. Oh, now here comes City looking for Ellen White, but luckily for Chelsea and for Emma Hayes, Berger got there. Oh, Sam Kerr, lovely bit of passing from Chelsea on the right wing. Now Sam Kerr. Cross comes in. Again, no one there. It's a good match to watch this already so far. Just as we reach 20 minutes, it's all square. Carter. Oh, Cuthbert offside. We got Noreen K asking, where are you watching the game? So I'm watching it on BBC One, which is I don't know where you're based. Where are you based, Noreen? Do get in touch as well, folks. Let us know where you're watching the game from today. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know who you think's going to win. Jamie Burgoyne's got in touch saying, is that Jimbo Davis? How you doing, Burgoyne? Perfect time of the year for you, Burgoyne, with it being Halloween. It's your kind of thing, isn't it? If you get what I mean. I just worry that we're going to get trick-or-treaters later. I live in a village, so there won't be that many kids out, but even just one of them knocking, I just can't be bothered giving out sweets. We haven't got any. I think Mum said to me earlier we'll give them crisps or something. I'm like, can't give away the crisps. Take anything else, but not the crisps. Noreen K says, I'm based in England, just didn't know where we could watch it. Thank you. No worries. Oh, here's a good chance here for Chelsea. It's into the box. Sam Kerr on his own. Maybe just took too long there. And Jill Scott saves the day. She slid in with the ball and helped Chelsea get a corner instead. But Jill Scott, right place, right time. Very committed. Yeah, Annalena's probably giving the solution there, saying for anyone watching outside of England. Oh, Cuthbert! She scored! What a goal! Picked it up from Wrighton's corner into the box. She took it with a half volley and struck it into the back of the net. Emma Hayes is absolutely thrilled about that. And Chelsea take the lead after 22.5 minutes. Man City 0, Chelsea 1. Both teams have been going forward, but Chelsea there, you know, as I said, they're the favourites today with their squad compared to City's, and that is a great, great goal. I think she was up against Lauren Hemp, yeah. I think it was Lauren Hemp trying to track her down, but she still scores from quite a tight angle. So 1-0 to Chelsea. Oh, hang it. Oh, we got IRA getting in touch. Hopefully they don't bomb us. Meanwhile, back with Man City's defence. And I can't quite believe that Cuthbert had all that space in the penalty area, to be honest. Oh, she's nearly through again. So we got Annalena saying, for everyone outside of England, I'm watching it on BBC using a VPN. See, that's your problem solver for that right there for any of you watching abroad. Demi Stokes with the short throw-in. Now Caroline Weir. Now Jill Scott, who thought she's stopped Chelsea from scoring, but she led it to be a corner, then Cuthbert scoring from the corner. Jill Scott again with Hemp. Demi Stokes now. Demi Stokes and Hemp together on the left-hand side for England last weekend were very good to watch. But then Stokes came on in the she came off in the second half. Oh, and it's a goal kick. Gabby says get in. In case you're wondering, Gabby is a Chelsea fan. She joined us live on one of our streams during the Euros, and sadly she always hates it if I remind her of what happened last season when Chelsea got to the Women's Champions League final but got battered by Barcelona. But let's be honest, Barcelona have battered everyone in front of them in the last 6 months or so. They're still winning every game, I think, in the league. I haven't checked this week, but they're finding it very easy in Spain. And as we saw in the live stream watch along here a few weeks ago, we did Arsenal-Barcelona, and Arsenal lost 4-1, I think it was. It was away from home, though. But even so, it's not a defeat like that you'd want. Lauren Hemp. Oh, well done there, Fran Kirby. Gets pushed down and she's won a free kick. Walsh getting done for that. Probably not much in that, really. I can understand what Walsh is trying to say to the referee. I think it's not this week. Next week, the Women's Champions League comes back for the third round of games. It's now with Millie Bright. Now through to Carter. Comes off Hemp for a throw-in for Chelsea. Oh, is Wrighton. She might go for goal. Oh, she scored with her left foot. What a goal that was. Oh no, it was the Poles who scored at the end. I always get mixed up with her and Wrighton. They look the same on the pitch, but what a goal. The Poles makes it 2-0, and all of a sudden, Man City have got a lot of work to do now if they're going to come back from this. But at the moment, you feel like Chelsea have got one hand on this FA Cup final. It was a random header from Cuthbert, and Demi Stokes, she tried to clear it with her head, and it just landed towards the Poles on the edge of the box. She makes a quick run with it, and then just with 3 or 4 Man City players in front of her, she still shoots with her left boot, and it's a great finish into the bottom right corner of the net. Man City 0, Chelsea 2. Just update the score. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, folks, we'd really appreciate if you click that subscribe button and support the channel for more of our watch-alongs like these. And give us a like as well, that'd be great. We've got Ross Cole saying, lucky I'm in Africa, can't play football even if it's my passion. Africa don't have football opportunity like England. Hadia Sabur says, where can I watch it? It's on BBC One in the UK. One of the people on the chat page before said that you can use VPN if you're abroad. That would probably do the trick. Sorry to hear that from what you're saying, Roos Cole, about opportunities in Africa. I will say this now, Roos Cole. I know there may not be much opportunities in Africa, but you do see a lot of decent African footballers still get discovered. So there is a way through it, that's for sure. Greg Livingston doesn't look happy with the emojis he's sending through, seeing that City are 2-0 down. Greg also says, I checked Barcelona women. They are top of the league and some points as the team in second, but their goal difference are 35 and the second team goal difference is 12. Yeah, it's pure dominance from Barcelona. Leopold's just been fouled there. She's able to get herself back up, but she's the star of the second goal. Gabby says it's on the FA Player app, I'm sure. Alia Iziati asking, anyone got link? Ballum asking, hello bro, is it 2-0 now? Yep, 2-0 to Chelsea women. 31.5 minutes gone here. Balham says, do you follow ladies football much? Chelsea ladies are starting to win majority of the trophies. Yeah, kind of. I mean, they won the league last season, of course. Maybe that's started making them play good again. But Arsenal women this season, I think, are the better team. I think Arsenal women are the best team in the league right now, in terms of how we're seeing them this season. And I think but yeah, I think, so I'm just reading your comments while I'm speaking. But yeah, I honestly think that with Arsenal women, I mean, they've got Brighton at home today, which is later on this afternoon. That's on at 4:45, I think. And they should win. On paper, they should win. You never know. It's an FA Cup game at the end of the day. But I'm very confident to say that we will see a Chelsea-Arsenal final at Wembley again. Not in the men's, but in the women's competition. We see a lot of them in the men's Chelsea-Arsenal finals. But this year, I think in the women's, we're going to see Chelsea versus Arsenal. Now, Carter got fouled, nearly got fouled in the box. She went down, and it looks as though it's taken a few minutes to try and recover from that. I think she might be picking up a knock or something. Hopefully she can continue. She's about to take a throw in here, so it looks like she'll be okay. 12 minutes left of the first half. Greg Livingston says, what were your thoughts on United? Jamie, should Ollie stick with a back three or not? You know what? I'm so glad he changed the setup yesterday, because he couldn't carry on doing the same starting lineup he had in the previous two matches. The one against Atalanta, which felt like a lucky win, to be honest. And then obviously the Liverpool game, you can't go with the same lineup and same setup after that. You know, other players deserve a chance. He didn't change that much, apart from, as you mentioned, he played Lindelof, Maguire and Varane, who was one of the players of the match without a doubt. And he basically just managed Lindelof and Maguire, told them exactly what they should do. He was absolutely spot on. But yeah, I was glad he did that. I was glad he made changes, and it worked. I do think technically we had 5 defenders on the pitch, because Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw were playing as his fullbacks, but playing out. And I think it worked. And I think that's the kind of lineup he did against Man City when they beat them at City's ground last season in a 2-0 win, which, alright, the title was already done by then, but it was still a good, confident win from United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I honestly think he should carry on playing like that, because according to Sky yesterday, every time Ollie's played that setup and formation, he's won. He beat Spurs, he beat Chelsea, and he beat Arsenal with it. So it works. Ballum says, are you from London? Will you be able to go to the cup final? I plan to. 5th of December next month, which at the moment looks as though Chelsea will be the first team to reach it. Sadly for Lucy Bronze, she's watching in a tracksuit kit because she can't play today due to injury. She's just watching on in the stands, and so Steph Houghton and Georgia Stanway as well. So there are quite a few injuries, as Greg has mentioned in the chat page, of how many players are missing today for Man City, and this really does affect them. Not even... Oh, and there's a chance here for Chelsea. Oh, nearly 3-0. Good save. But here come Chelsea again with Brighton. Cross comes in, looking for Cuthbert. And, well, shot was on target, but there's no pace or power behind it. And it's straight to the hands of the keeper. And Cuthbert was close to getting a brace. But it's all Chelsea at the moment. That through ball to Kerr was well saved. But City, even when they made the clearance, couldn't get rid of it. And Demi Stokes nearly in trouble there. But yeah, Sam Kerr would normally finish them with that one-to-one situation with the City goalkeeper. Ballum says also breaking that Nuno could be sacked today. Talks about his future happening today. Telegraph said that. Greg has responded and said he will not be sacked. I do feel sorry for Nuno. He's only been around for 2-3 months at the club, and he started off quite well, and all of a sudden he's now going through a really bad patch, which he needs to get a win sooner rather than later. Otherwise, I think Daniel Levy will let him go. But I think Daniel Levy deserves all this in terms of, and having a club in front of him that's not doing very well on the pitch, because I still to this day do not understand. It was around this time 2 years ago that he sacked Mauricio Pochettino just months after they reached the Champions League final. I couldn't believe it. But for me, I think, and then they bring in Mourinho, which I like Mourinho, as some of you may know. I still liked him even when he was the manager at Man United. But I just don't understand the sacking. I really don't. Brighton's won a throw in next to the corner flag. It's all Chelsea now, really. Man City struggling just to get out their own half. Brighton caught offside there. Free kick for City. Here's Chelsea again. I think that's Beth England, is it? No. City clear it, but there's a good chance here for a strike for the Poles. Blocked. But it's now Fran Kirby. Oh, she had a shot herself from a tight angle and it's gone way over. I think it was saved at the end. And if so, that should be a corner for Chelsea on the near side. Fran Kirby very close to making it 3-0. And meanwhile, City 2-0 down. At the moment, it feels like we're wondering when this third goal from Chelsea is going to come. The way this is going. We got Namranji saying, following from Uganda. Great to hear from you. Hope you're well. What's the weather like in Uganda today? Oh, it's stopped on the line. Chelsea again close to making it 3-0. I think it was Treb who made the save at the end for City. Who was it with the header? It was the Poles. The Poles causing all sorts of problems today for City. It went across everyone. It went past Jill Scott, it went past Hemp. But the City goalkeeper was able to stop it on the line. But yeah, going back to the Spurs thing, I think Nuno should be given the season. Some people may think I'm mad, but he's not really had any time to do anything, and I don't think he really made any signings. So I honestly think Tottenham should have let Harry Kane go. Harry Kane has been poor since the start of the season, but he doesn't look interested. He looks like he wants to go, doesn't he? I think Tottenham should have taken whatever money it was City. If the rumours are true, if City were willing to pay, 120 million, I think, they should have just sold him. That's a lot of money, and for Spurs, you could get one or two decent players with that. And, start new with someone else. But they haven't done that. Back with the match. 5 minutes to go till half-time. Man City 0. Chelsea 2 in this Women's FA Cup semi-final. There's still another semi to be played. That's later today. Arsenal versus Brighton. And at the moment, it looks as though Chelsea will be the team to beat. Man City with a cross in, deflected. It's back on the right wing. Greg says, but Nuno was like fourth choice to be Tottenham manager. So yeah, this is what I mean though. By Daniel Levy, he deserves this. He's made terrible decisions recently. He does well to keep the star players, but when it comes to the football managers, it makes no sense to me. And if you're going to pick someone up who's your fourth or fifth choice of manager, then maybe you are expecting it to not go so great. I'll say this now for Nuno. I don't know if I would have taken the job. It's easy to say yes to a job that's more paid than your current job, but when you think about how, the fact that you're not even their main choice of next manager, I think that's where it could go really wrong. And let's be honest, where's your motivation as well? Because deep down, you know that they weren't your preferred choice. There was a few others that they preferred, but they couldn't get them. So I just think Daniel Levy's made some terrible mistakes. Oh, City! Could they get that goal? No. From a free kick, all of a sudden at the end, it just scattles away towards Berger. It looks as though it was Bunny with the opportunity. And if City can get a goal before half-time, it makes things interesting, that's for sure. They know they've got to take their chances now, because the way Chelsea are playing, they're certainly looking hungry for another goal. Ibrahim Dabu says, thanks bro for your update. Oh, no problem. If you're enjoying the stream and you're enjoying this video, do click the like button. Press that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate your support, folks. It's your support that keeps the channel going. We'll keep doing more of these football watch-alongs and other sports as well. We do cricket, tennis, F1, MotoGP, snooker, rugby, tennis, you name it. I've probably already said tennis, but yeah, we do a lot of different watch-alongs as much as we can. Kirsty Stanton saying that Rangers are 3-1 up now. Sakala with 2. Motherwell have had a red card for O'Donnell, it looks like, from what I'm reading. But we'll check all the scores at half-time. That's going on around Europe and in England. Just a couple of minutes to go in this game. Greg asking who was first choice to become Tottenham manager. I actually don't know. It wasn't Ten Hag, was it? Millie Bright with the throw-in. Lobs the ball down the right wing. Demi Stokes should get there up against Fran Kirby. She's won a throw-in. Came off Fran Kirby. But yeah, a lot of team talk for Man City at half-time. They need to get 2 goals back in that second half and to obviously avoid conceding any more if they're going to stay in this FA Cup and try and get to the final. Of course, let's not forget, Man City are the holders of the Women's FA Cup. So, yes, they'll need to... they're going to have to try and hold on as much as they can here, otherwise there'll be a new winner on the Cup for this season. Yeah, this is another thing, Bal, and you're spot on. He says, Jose Mourinho, the next Tottenham manager, will need time. Jose went to a cup final, a chance to win a trophy, but they sacked him. And they sacked him on the week of the final, against Man City, which everyone knew was going to be hard for them to win, and they were always going to be second favourites. But to do that and sack him, at least, I don't know, at least keep him till the end of the season. Well, I mean, what are you going to do between now and the end of the season? There was not that many games left because the League Cup final was in April time, so 2 months later than it normally would be. It's just a joke. Like I say, Daniel Levy makes terrible decisions for me. So I feel sorry for Nuno because of these decisions. It feels like he has to get sacked for some reason. I don't know why. He needs time. He needs players. And, I'll say this now. Harry Kane's been crap. They should have sold him. They should have sold him, Tottenham. And I think they've missed the boat there because he won't go for that much again. He'll be a lot less next summer. But I do think Man City needs someone like Harry Kane. They still need a centre-forward in that squad there. They're a good team still, City under Pep, but the fact that they still haven't replaced Aguero is quite ridiculous. 1 minute of added time from the 4th official, and already we've reached that 1 minute of added time. Referee blows the whistle for half-time, and it's Chelsea that will be smiling going into the changing rooms. 2 goals for them against Man City in that first half, and they've looked like the better team without a doubt, and they've looked like the favourites to get the third goal, well, the next goal of the match. And at the moment, Chelsea are doing very well, and I've got at least one hand on the FA Cup final. So Cuthbert and Leupolz scoring in that first half to separate the two sides at 2-0 for Man City. So Man City 0, Chelsea 2. So get in touch, folks, on our live chat page. What did you think of that first half? Tell you what, it looks windy at the Academy Stadium, seeing the presenters trying to present on the side of the pitch, and everyone's hair's blowing all over the place and their coats are all over the place. It looks like it's a cold afternoon in Manchester, but what do you expect? Normally rains in Manchester whenever I'm there, as it's always known with Manchester. But yeah, 2-0 to Chelsea. We'll be right back, folks, in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere, because we'll look at the latest scores around England and Europe and talk more about the game so far. And also, we'll be getting ready for the second half, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a bit. And we are back for the second half of Manchester City and Chelsea. It hasn't kicked off just yet, a few minutes away. But while we wait for them to come back onto the pitch, let's check out what's going on in the other football matches. So, as you can see, just to confirm, Cuthbert and loopholes with goals on the 23rd and the 28th minute to make it 2-0 for Chelsea. If I just trick, of course, using the BBC Sport website. Oh, it just says here now, Motherwell 1, Rangers 5. They're on a riot. So, yeah, look at that. Motherwell 1, Rangers 5. There's 2 games in the Premier League today. In 10 minutes' time, we've got Norwich and Leeds United. And then followed by Villa, West Ham, which should be a good game. Let me just switch back to my screen because the second half's just about to begin here. And here we go. So, Manchester City kicking off the second half. They're attacking from left to right. Chelsea from right to left. Carter just heading the ball out for a throw in there for Man City in Chelsea's half. And I don't think there's been any changes. They haven't shown any, so no substitutions from either side, which you kind of thought maybe City could have made 1 or 2 changes. But in terms of the fact that they, of course, have got a few injuries as well, it's probably hard for them to have different players. Oh no, they have made a substitution, sorry. So Shaw has come off and Parker's come on. So Shaw's one of the City forwards. So I wonder if that will make any changes or any inspirational changes for Man City in this second half. They need to get an early goal really here. Always, I feel like Chelsea could get the next goal the way that they played until the end of the first half. But going back to let's have a look at the scorelines then. So, Arsenal women and Brighton and Hove Albion women playing at 4:45 today in the other semi-final of the Women's FA Cup. There's a few Women's FA Championship games going on right now. There was a few early ones at 12. Durham women against London City and then Liverpool versus Lewis. In Spanish La Liga, Cadiz are 1-0 down at half-time to Mallorca. Real Sociedad versus Atletico Bilbao tonight. That should be a good game. Anyway, back with this one just for a moment. City with the cross in. Carter blocks it. Millie Bright will clear it. And it's gone out for a City throw-in on the far side. And we've already had a result in the Inter Milan Udinese game. And that's ended 2-0 for Inter Milan. Big game tonight, though, at 7:45. Roma versus AC Milan. So not many matches going on yet. A lot more matches to go on today. Looking at all this. Shows how early on we've got the match on here. But if you haven't yet, folks, do get in touch on our live chat page. We've got a few messages since we went for a quick break. We got Jamie Robb getting in touch. Hello, Jamie Robb. He says, Jamie, it's Jamie from Folkestone. Do you remember me from the PGA Championship with miracle victory at Carrot Island? Yes, I do. I hope you're well, Jamie. He asks me, did you go to the British Open at Sandwich? I did, yes. Great Open, wasn't it? Colin Morikawa winning his first ever major. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The weather was great throughout the whole time there. It was very warm, though. Let's not forget. It got very warm during our time there. Especially on the Sunday. It was, you had to try and find anywhere that there was shade. Always you'd get severe sunburns, it felt like. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Hannah Donnelly has got in touch saying, does this live stream work? Currently had a bit of internet connection issues. I hopefully will be back in full speed in just a bit. Sorry about that. Wi-Fi not always strong at home, sadly. Chelsea, they didn't make any changes at half time. Oh, and instead it's gone wide. Brighton couldn't pick up the ball there for her, and it's gone out for a goal kick. So yeah, Lauren Hemp was very close to getting through on goal there for City, but Carter was able to get in the way for Berger to pick up the loose ball, the goalkeeper. Oh, chance here for Kerr. I think she's offside. But yeah, if you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Give us a like. Really appreciate your support. And you've probably noticed throughout the stream that we do have a 20% discount code to share with you on manscaped.com. It's at the top there in full capitals, pretty much the name of our channel. Let's Talk Sport in capitals. 20% off anything from their website. So do use it. Do give it a go. It could be a good Christmas gift for your husband or for your wife or for anyone you know. There'll be more details about Manscaped. Manscaped.com and our Wi-Fi discount code at the end of the stream, so do stay tuned for that. Anyway, meanwhile, Chelsea can make it 3. Oh, Cuthbert's shot is saved. And to be honest, I honestly thought Cuthbert was going to score and probably put the game to bed, but that save could be crucial if City are going to fight back in this second half. Chelsea still have the ball, but they've gone back to the halfway line with it. They've won a throw-in on the near side. But that was a big save there from the City goalkeeper. Here's Frank Kirby. Ooh, that was a big clash from Cuthbert towards the back of, I think it was Demi Stokes. She was trying to go for the header. That was quite a nasty collision. Demi Stokes on the ground at the moment. Greenwood having to come and check her, and so's the referee. Both should be okay, though. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, she went right into the back of Demi Stokes. She stormed right in there to try and win the ball. And Stokes goes down to the ground. But let's look at our live poll that we've had throughout the stream, asking you who will reach the FA Cup final. And it's still Chelsea on top, as you'd probably expect, especially when you look at the scoreline. Chelsea, 85%. Manchester City, 15%. 233 have voted so far, so be sure to carry on voting. And just before the end of the match, we will set up a new poll asking for your player of the match. At the moment, you feel like it would be one of the Chelsea players since they're currently leading. 8 minutes gone in the second half. City need 2 goals to stay in this FA Cup and to still hold the FA Cup after winning it last season. If I can remember, the cup final last season was at an empty Wembley Stadium because of lockdown. And it was Man City Everton in that final. Could Brighton maybe do an Everton in their semi-final against Arsenal this afternoon? Who knows? That game kicks off at 4:45. Oh, that's a good long ball for Chelsea. Oh, couldn't get the touch right. I wonder if she might have been offside there, right, and I'm not sure. It's a throw-in for Man City in line with the Chelsea box. But as I said before, if Man City can get a goal early on, they're back in this. Oh, Jamie Robb asking, what did you make of the Ryder Cup? Absolute crap, wasn't it, from Team Europe? Yeah, it was absolute crap, wasn't it, Jamie? I know they go on and say USA could dominate for years to come, but I just think maybe Harrington should have taken Justin Rose at least. Not that it would have really changed much, but maybe it's... I don't know. Ian Poulter, again, has still never lost a singles match at the Ryder Cup, and he's been in quite a few Ryder Cups now, both in Europe and in America. Jamie Robb even says now, I really do think that America will dominate for the next 15 to 20 years. I hope not. I can't see it. I don't know why. I just feel like if they come to Europe, they'll lose again. Because whenever they come to Europe, they get battered here. So I always think with Europe and USA, it's always hard to win away from home. That's the real challenge. The pressure's on you if you don't win your home event, at least. Of course, next year... Actually, no, the next Ryder Cup's in 2 years, isn't it? Because of the fact that this year's it was supposed to be last year. It'll be in Italy. So yeah, I'm having to wait 5 years for it to be back in Europe instead of the usual 4 years. We've got CJW saying Colton Football Club with the Australian flag. Is that where you're from, CJ? Are you from Australia? Looks as though Beth England's going to be Chelsea's first substitution of the match. She's in her kit and ready to go. Beth England, I've probably criticised her maybe too much on our streams on this channel, but I feel like... I know she's more of a substitute for Emma Hayes at Chelsea, but I just don't think she's got enough goals in her to help change things for Chelsea when they need her on that pitch. But who knows? She could prove me wrong here. We'll see. So here comes Beth England, who she's going to replace. Oh, Sam Kerr's coming off. I mean, I guess that was probably the obvious one, but I just thought maybe they'd want to keep on just to be sure, to try and look for that third goal. But no, there goes Sam Kerr. She's done for the day. For any of you Australians watching, including CJW, saying... Australia Colton or Australian Rules Football Club. I've been meaning to watch Australia Rules. It does look good to watch. I've just not properly sat down and watched it, but I hear it's a good laugh to watch. And obviously you Australians take that sport very passionately. But I'm surprised, CJ, that you want to talk to me after the cricket yesterday of seeing England absolutely kick Australia out of the park. Here's Beth England in the box, her first touch since coming on. Now the Poles with the cross. That's not a bad cross. Ball still in the box for Chelsea. Frank Kirby trying to win it back with loopholes, and after all that, City apparently have won a free kick, but I didn't see much contact in that from whoever it was that was penalised, but free kick for City. Greg says that, actually, just as I say that, here come Man City. It's in the box. They need a goal. taking a deflection and it's gone behind for a corner. This is just as we reach the hour mark here. Chelsea will have to defend probably quite an important corner coming up. It's a good long ball from Greenwood. Looking for Park. And Ellen White was in the box. She was surrounded, but I think she tried to still cross it in, but at the end it went behind for a corner. Anyway, Greenwood, as I mentioned, she's going to take this corner. Oh, this is a chance to shoot. Oh, Hemp completely mishits it. She was free in the box. And boy, that was a golden opportunity for City to come back here. I liked the corner. It was very well done. Nice routine. It was flicked from Caroline Weir on the front post. And then it came back to Hemp for her to have a shot. But it all went to plan until she basically took the shot. It went well wide. Did it even go out for a goal kick? I have a feeling it went out for a throw-in, you know. That's how wide the shot was. No, it did go out for a goal kick. So an hour gone. They've got half an hour, City, to get back. They need 2 goals to stay in this FA Cup. Man City 0, Chelsea 2. Both goals, if you've just joined us from Chelsea, came in the first half. 2 goals within 5 minutes of each other. One on the 23rd and the 28th. And Chelsea, I must admit, I thought they were going to find a third goal before half-time, but City were able to avoid that. Yeah, Greg Livingston says Justin Rose should have gone to the Ryder Cup because Whistling Straight was like a links course where Rose plays links course really good. Yeah, exactly. And he's experienced. Experience was clearly working for them at the Ryder Cup this year. Sergio Garcia had a good Ryder Cup, and so did Ian Poulter. Lee Westwood not so much, I don't think, but I think Justin Rose, you can count on him when it comes to team golf. And I noticed, Greg, you were going on about the cup I'm drinking from. I actually picked this up a couple of weeks ago from a charity shop in Chester, which is about half an hour away from where I live, in Malpas. And I couldn't believe what I found for £2. It is a Euro 96 tin cup. It had a little dent in when I bought it. You could probably see it there. Oh, around there. There it is. That's really the only little damage it's got. It's a great little cup, and as you know, Greg, I love drinking blackcurrant. Oh, City with a shot, and it's gone wide. Is it Hemp again? It is. Hemp, she's doing all her best to help her team get back in this, but her shot making has not been great so far. She needs to do a lot better. She is incredibly dangerous with her pace, and I love watching players like Kemp just pushing it forward, no time to waste, and just get on with it. We don't see much of that in football at the moment. Not in the men's game, anyway. But yes, Greg, it makes the blackcurrant taste even better and even a little bit colder, which I can't go wrong with. Yep, they're showing footage of a few of the City players that are injured just watching from the stands, and they're clearly not happy at the moment. Was it their usual goalkeeper for Man City? Looks quite cold. She's wearing a massive coat. She's got one of those hot water bottles that you use to keep you warm. Bless her. Oh, good chance here for Chelsea. Low ball cross. And Man City avoid it going out for a corner. Reeton just puts her hands behind her head there. I think she thinks that was a golden opportunity for them to get the third goal and put the game to bed. It wasn't a bad cross, but at the end, Jill Scott has defended brilliantly, may I say. Whenever they've needed her, she's made some big moments. Reeton with the throw-in. Should come back to her. CJ says, can't stand the Aussie cricket team. I follow the West Indies. Well, they're not doing so great either, are they, West Indies? I think they've lost every match at the T20 World Cup so far. I know they lost to England anyway in the opener. There is some cricket going on now, actually. India and New Zealand are playing. That should be a good match. I think Lizardo's about to come on for Man City, which I completely forgot she was playing for City. I wonder if she's had an injury. Any chance you might know that, Greg? Berger with the goal kick clearance. It's currently, so it's Norwich City and Leeds United that have kicked off in their 2 o'clock game in the Prem. Oh, there's a shot there. It's gone wide. Who was that this time? It was Caroline Weir. I wonder if she's coming off because she's looking towards the sideline. As I mentioned, Vicky Lizardo is expected to come on. Yep, here she is. Vicky Lizardo, who won everything last season at Barcelona, and she ended it on a high in her Barcelona spell. And she clearly was up for a new challenge at joining Manchester City. Oh, good nutmeg there from Reeton. Oh, she's done so well. She's got past 2 of them. Oh, the cross, though, didn't find Fran Kirby. Beth England picks it up, though, in the box. And she's won a corner. Big chance there. Couple of the City defenders disagree with the referee's decision. Apparently, it might have come off Beth England. I'm not sure from that angle. It looked like it was a corner for Chelsea. Yeah, it did. It came off Beth England when watching the replay. Yeah, that was a goal kick, so it won't look good for City if they concede from this. Just over 20 minutes left. Cuthbert with the corner. Ends up being nothing at the end. Fran Kirby having to pick it up on the right wing, but she's never going to keep up with her England teammate of Lauren Hemp when it comes to pace. But as I say all that, luckily for Kirby, Hemp kicks it out for a throw for Chelsea. And it's ended Motherwell 1, Rangers 6 in the Scottish Premiership. Sakala gets a hat-trick, Kamara gets one, Roof gets one on the 91st minute, and Tavernier got one to score the opening goal for Rangers. Meanwhile, Motherwell were 1-0 up after 13 minutes from Mugabe, but it was O'Donnell who got sent off, a second yellow on the 67th minute. Beth England, no, the ball's just got away from her there, and it'll be a Man City goal kick. It looks as though we're going to have a double substitution from Chelsea. Spence is coming on. They're not doing it yet, though. They're just getting some instructions before they make the substitutions. The ball's back in play. Here's Weir. She's run very well there, towards 30 yards now. Someone in the box for her. No, cleared away. And now a shot. Oh, it took a deflection off one of her own teammates. And it goes out for a goal kick. Vicky Lizardo there with the shot, but it took a block. I wonder if Vicky Lizardo is used to the winter in England yet, especially in Manchester, since she's came from Barcelona, which is a lot warmer and nicer over there. But do get in touch, folks. Can Man City come back? Tell you what, we're going to end the poll that we originally had on this stream, and we're going to ask you for who. We're going to ask you if Man City can come back from this. Meanwhile, here is City. Oh, shot on target. But Berger was able to pick it up at the end. Yeah, Kirsty's saying 6-1 Rangers Sakala hat-trick here. Yep, we were just talking about that on the channel. Is Beth England? She might just make it free. Oh, poor kick. I think the pace was against her to try and turn the ball while she was running towards the left-hand side. So we've just set up a new poll, folks, on the live chat page asking you if Man City can come back from 2-0 down. You've got simple options of yes or no chance. So do vote. They've got 19 minutes to change it. Demi Stokes on the left wing. Remember, folks, if you haven't seen it yet, if you look at the top of your screen, we do have 20% discount for you to use at manscaped.com. And the code is simply Let's Talk Sport in capitals. And that's 20% off anything from everything from their online store. So manscaped.com, be sure to try it out. And we'll share a message about manscaped.com at the end of the stream, so do stay tuned for more info from our good friend Cara. So Chelsea are making some substitutions. Reeton's coming off. Reeton's had a good game. She is good to watch. She's being replaced by Fleming, and it looks as though the Poles who scored the second goal for Chelsea will be replaced by Spence. Oh, CJW says, yeah, I think City can, but I hope not. I think I understand what Greg's saying now, where they do have a few players injured today. And I think this is why it's been difficult for them to compete. But they've given it a good go so far, I'd say. They were always going to be second favourites. But as I said, a goal can just change things all of a sudden. But as I say, that is Spence who wins the ball and gets her first touch since coming on. Is Beth England. She did score in the international break last Saturday at Wembley. But yes, do vote on the poll if you haven't yet, folks. Can Man City come back from 2-0 down? 15 minutes to go. But yeah, pressure on Man City now for the rest of the season, you feel. First 5 games in the Women's Super League have not been good. Only the 1 win, 1 draw and 3 defeats. Keeping them out of, well, they could still be in contention of the title. There's still a lot of games, of course, to go. But they know that they need to start winning again when they come back to the Women's Super League next weekend. That's when it returns after the women's football having its international break. With the World Cup qualifiers, easy times for England women. They pretty much comfortably beat Northern Ireland at Wembley last Saturday, which was, to be honest with you, it was easy for them. They could have scored. Well, no, sorry, that's a bit harsh. I mean, they were always going to win. It was just whenever that first goal was going to come because they just dominated the whole game. But Northern Ireland, they defended well. They kept them in it, until the second half at least. But once the first goal went in, it took Beth Mead to score from the bench, and then she scored a hat-trick within 14 minutes, which is fantastic to see. It was a great performance by her. Bless me, just a sneeze there. Greg Livingston asking if there's any other streams today, Jamie. Originally, I was going to do AS Roma versus AC Milan tonight. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I will. If I do, that'll be at 8:15. So stay tuned on the channel if you do see a YouTube event up for that. But I haven't decided yet. But yeah, for any of you who are wondering, we might do that later on, but we'll see. Here come Chelsea on the left wing with Spence outnumbered. And it's a throw in for City deep in their own half. Jose Antonio asks, do you think Chelsea can make another goal or City get a single goal? I think if we're going to have another goal, I think Chelsea might get it. But honestly, to be honest with you, Jose, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see any more goals in this game. How long we got? 12 minutes. But yes, Chelsea 12 minutes away from reaching the Women's FA Cup final. If you're wondering when the Women's FA Cup final is, it's in just over a month's time. December 5th at Wembley Stadium. Frank Kirby's just gone off. She puts on a big coat to stay warm. Yeah, good game for her today. Choles comes on for her, Niam Choles. Now Millie Bright. And here come City. Ball through. Couldn't get it to Ellen White. And it's gone straight to the feet of Berger and she'll pick it up. Nat Combs with a good ball through there. Just Ellen White wasn't in the right place. Jose asking if there's a stream to watch women's soccer. So we do. This is on BBC One. But if you haven't yet, Jose, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport on the channel. Click that subscribe button because we do these women's watch-along streams. Women's football watch-along streams, that's what I meant to say. So yeah, currently looking at our latest poll asking you if Man City could come back from 2-0 down. It's a massive 84% of you saying no chance and 16% of you believing that they can come back with a yes. I think this game would go to extra time if City were to get 2 goals back and end the game at 2-2. And then if not decided after extra time, it'll go to penalties. The dreaded penalties. But that scenario we can only talk about if City could get 2 goals in the next 10 minutes here. As I said, a goal a goal in the next couple of minutes from City would make this match end very interestingly. I'll tell you what, if we're going to talk about any decent performances from City today, I'm going to say Jill Scott for her defending. I think she's been brilliant. If I'm right, I think Jill Scott runs a cafe somewhere in Liverpool or Everton area. I'm not sure, but a friend of mine who's a big Everton fan, I think he went to go and visit Jill Scott's cafe. If any of you do know where it is, do let me know. Corner here for Chelsea. Can they wrap it up? Cuthbert to take the corner on the near side. Cross comes in. Ooh. City just get the ball out of the box for now. Carter. Oh, nearly found Cuthbert on the left wing, but last touch coming off Combs, I think, for a throw-in. Do stay tuned on the channel, folks. We'll do a poll at the end to ask you for your player of the match. Oh, it's another corner here for Chelsea. Man City need to get out their own half if they have any chance here. 7 minutes to go till we reach the 90. So the corner comes in. Header from Millie Bright. Blocked by Stokes. Her England teammate, Beth England, has a volleyed effort. But it's straight at the goalkeeper. Nearly made it 3-0. Yeah, she did well there, England, picking it out. But just was at the end straight at the goalkeeper. The other mention about England women from their international break was was their 10-0 win away at Latvia in midweek, which, you know, great result, but the commentators, when I was listening to them for that match, they were very concerned at the quality of football they were seeing from Latvia in terms of, you know, is this the competition we want in qualifiers? Because I think England, out of all the matches so far, they've had 4 qualifiers in the World Cup. First game, I think, ended 8-0. Second game ended 10-0. 4-0, which is a bit more, which was a lot more competitive than the other games we've seen with England in the qualifiers. 4-0 against Northern Ireland last Saturday. And then Latvia away from home, 10-0. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Greg says, Jamie, relax with some darts instead of the football. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to... I might do the stream, I don't know. But would love to do some darts come the World Championships, I think, Greg. I think that's when we're going to do it, which is during the Christmas period. So look forward to that. What are the dates for the World Championship darts, Greg? Five minutes to go. CJ says next World Cup is in Australia and New Zealand. Can't wait. To be honest, CJ, I do look forward to that. 2 years from now, isn't it? 2023. I can't remember the dates for it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to go because I've never been to Australia or New Zealand, and I'd love to do a 2-week trip to Australia and New Zealand, a week in Australia and then a week in New Zealand to watch at least one match in Australia and one match in New Zealand. I'd love to go. It would be fantastic. Yeah, as I said, I haven't been to Australia and New Zealand before, so it's a good excuse to go for when the Women's World Cup is on. Man City still trailing 2-0. I don't think they're going to get a goal, to be honest with you, especially when answering Jose's question. CJ saying it's a great place, mate. Oh, I'm sure it is. Have you ever been to England? Kula Haber asks, there is a goal for City. At the moment in front of me, I've not seen a goal for City, unless I'm behind you. Greg's come back with us for the dates. He says dates of the World Championship darts starts on Wednesday 15th of December and finish on Monday 1st of January. So yeah, we'll try and sneak in a few watch alongs for the darts, I reckon, Greg. Will be good to watch. Free kick here for City. Less than 2 minutes to go. Well, let's start a new poll then for player of the match. Oh, Beth England to go for it, and she sealed it. It's a goal. Beth England heads it home, and that is it. 3-0 to Chelsea. It's a great goal. Great classic crossing. Head of the ball into the net. Man City had no chance once that ball went into the box. And Man City are going to go out, and Chelsea will head to the final at Wembley. A minute to go. Beth England to make it 3-0 and to put the game to bed. It's a fantastic goal. I'll see who put the cross in. I can't quite tell from here who got the cross. I think it might be Charles, actually. Niam Charles. Great header from Beth England. Right, we've put up a new poll, folks, asking you for player of the match. So your options are the Poles, Cuthbert, Jill Scott or Fran Kirby. Jill Scott, I thought I'd put her in there because I thought she defended well at times. And she's not normally a defender for City, so she's done well there. 3 minutes of added time. But of course, I think any goals that City were to score now would be a consolation. Apologies to Jose. I said there probably won't be any more goals when he asked me about 10 minutes ago. But Beth England's been able to sneak one in before the end. But yes, let us know on the poll. Vote for your player of the match. So, Chelsea, I'm sure once this game is done, they might just keep an eye on the Brighton-Arsenal match later on to just find out who their opponents will be. I think it's expected to be Arsenal. On paper it should be, but you never know. Brighton are, of course, led by Powell, who she used to be the England manager a few years back. Oh, there's a shot there. Oh, what a save from Berger to keep the clean sheet going. I think it was Park with the shot with her right foot. It's a fantastic save by Berger. It was outside the box. Drives it in, trying to look for the top left corner, but Berger flicks the ball away and then it hit the post. But City still looking for a goal, and Berger picks it up, and that might just be it from Man City's efforts with just about a minute left of stoppage time to go. Gabby says, Wembley, here we go. But yeah, good save from Berger. It would have just been a consolation if it had found the net, but Berger would be delighted to get a clean sheet at the Academy Stadium if the scoreline stays like this. Less than 60 seconds to go. I do apologise, folks. I forgot to change the scoreline on my screen. There we go. So it looks as though at the moment on our poll for player of the match, the Poles is leading at 60%. Cuthbert, who scored as well, has got 40%. If you haven't yet, folks, do vote on that poll before the end, and then we'll announce our player of the match winner. Ball's all the way back with the City goalkeeper. I think a few of the City fans are leaving the ground now, knowing that this tie is well and truly over. Oh, and all of a sudden City have given the ball away. Beth England, what a block by one of the City defenders. It could have been 4, but Beth England, her shot was blocked out of nowhere from just outside the box. But either way, it doesn't matter. The match is done and dusted. The referee blows the whistle for full time. And it's Emma Hayes' Chelsea that will head to the Women's FA Cup final on December 5th. And what a day that could be for them, as they, of course, they won the Women's Super League this year. Could they make it a double for 2021 with an FA Cup? Well, they'll have to wait until that day. But of course, that's Chelsea through, and that's a great win for them to get that away win at Man City. It's never an easy place to go and win at. But of course, Man City, as well, as we all knew, had a few players injured, as Greg mentioned at the start of the stream. But Chelsea still got the win, and that's all that matters for Emma Hayes and her team. So well done to Chelsea. Man City are out. The holders are out. They'll have to go for it again next season. But Chelsea on the hunt for another trophy at the end of the season. Sorry, at the come before the end of the year. So do vote, folks, if you haven't yet. We've got a live poll up. We'll stay on for a few more minutes. So do vote and let us know who your player of the match is. The polls, Cuthbert, Jill Scott or Fran Kirby. Let us know and vote on that poll. We'll be right back, folks. We're just going to quickly have a break before we finish. But here's a message from our good friend Cara about our sponsorship with Manscaped, where you can spend, you can use 20% off on manscaped.com.
This stream is sponsored by Manscaped. Hey you. Yes, you. Have you lost all your confidence when shaving below the waist? Would you like a sleek, well-designed trimmer so you can shave with ease? Well, look no further. Let's talk Manscaped. Let's Talk Sport have teamed up with Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, to give you an exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Let's Talk Sport. Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn on the 4000K LED spotlight when needed for a more precise shave. Visit manscaped.com and use the code Let's Talk Sport for 20% off plus free shipping for a helping hand job done. This product has been tried and tested by Cara and the LTS team. We thoroughly recommend for the best smooth shaving experience below the waist. Visit manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping by using the code Let's Talk Sport. Manscaped, your balls will thank you.
So big thanks there to Cara sharing us the sponsorship that we have with Manscaped at the moment. So 20% off on manscaped.com with the code Let's Talk Sport in capitals. So be sure to get your gift for your man or your woman or your friend, whoever it is. There's surely is something on there you'd like to get them ahead of Christmas in a couple of months' time. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there. We're just going to end the poll. So quickly, if you haven't yet, do vote for your player of the match. The polls, Cuthbert, Scott or Kirby for the match today. I'm going to click the end poll now. And then let's find out who has won the Player of the Match award for Let's Talk Sport for this match today. It's most likely the trophy that we have for them will be lost in the post. It always happens. Not our fault. Blame Royal Mail. Anyway, here we go. The results are in. So the Player of the Match goes to the Poles at 63%. So well done to the Poles. She scored the second goal to pretty much make sure that Chelsea were going to head to the final. 63% for her. Cuthbert opened the scoring to make it 1-0 at 27%. Frank Kirby at 9%. And Jill Scott for Man City didn't get a single vote, sadly, for her. That just sums up Man City's day. They have lost. Chelsea are heading to the final. And that is pretty much it here on Let's Talk Sport for this watch along. So thank you very much for watching me today and watching our stream. If you love your women's football and you'd like to join the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button below and give us a like as well if you can. It's your support that keeps this channel going. And yes, we should see you again for our next watch along very soon. Thank you and see you later. And happy Halloween! Woo!